All right, it appears ZOS is reversing course regarding the latest apocalyptic patch notes, drama, and saga that's been going on. This was just posted today at 7:14 p.m. Let's get right into it. Gina Bruno, hi everyone. We wanted to take a minute to give you some insight into some additional changes coming to the PTS affecting combat and balance. As we've continued reading through your feedback and from testing these changes, we determined that some of our goals were actively competing with each other and not reaching the target audiences in ways we intended. How did you guys not figure this out when you're sitting around at a table talking about these changes? Do you guys like not think about how like you think of this change and then do you not think about like how it's going to work? Like, are you guys just like, let's just nerf this and nerf that, take away scaling with light attack damage, make dots 20 seconds, and let's see what happens? Do you guys not? Anyway, we ultimately want to help raise the floor and reduce the ceiling in regard to DPS output. Great, that's fine. While simultaneously improving class balance in some problematic areas. Dude, improving class balance, dude, all you guys do is remove class identity. You guys have just taken away all the class identity. Every class has the same skill that does the same number, the same this, the same that. So I don't know what you guys want to improve class balance. You guys are just really what this says is while simultaneously removing class identity. Yeah, we get that. Anyway, keep moving. So far, this has led to competing changes that have hurt some groups of players, despite us stating we didn't want to actively harm playstyles with any particular change. We are committed to following through with additional ways to mitigate these issues while still meeting our intended goals. With that said, in next week's PTS patch, you'll find that we will be reevaluating some of the adjustments to light and heavy attacks so that they are a bit less drastic. Light and heavy attacks will once again scale with your stats, just to a lesser extent than before. Overall, there will still be a nerf on light attack damage, but this will allow us to give a lot more love to heavy attacks with and will be a lot less stark of a difference. Okay, I never liked the idea that they were just going to make light and heavy attacks like have a particular like a base damage, and that was like going to be the damage that it did. Like I thought that was stupid. Like, what's the point of me building up my character and getting buffs and like improving my spell damage or my or my weapon damage and it not affecting my lat attack? Like, what's the point of me working hard on my character? So one of the things that I do the most isn't affected at all. It doesn't grow at all. It doesn't change at all because of the hard work I put in. So this is good that they're going to be adjusting it. I don't like the just to a lesser extent than before. I would like for light attacks and heavy attacks to receive their full appropriate buff from everything that the player puts into their character, from their mundus to their spell damage to their crit to their whatever. All right, moving on. There will be a handful of tweaks to some class abilities in next week's PTS patch, based on the feedback we've received. But the majority of these will come in the final PTS patch, so we won't get everything next week. But by the end of the final, but by the end, before they launch it, the final PTS patch notes, we'll have a better idea of what they're going to do or what they're going to change or reverse. Note that the focus on these adjustments will be on Magicka-based Nightblades, Wardens, and Sorcerers. That's great because my understanding is that Wardens were getting really hard. Don't really care about Nightblades. I'm a Max Orc right now, so I'm glad to see that hopefully our, like for example, our pets don't get hit as hard. So this will be good. Let's see what happens. Let's keep going. Additionally, for Dungeons and Trials, this is a big one right here, boys and girls. Additionally, for Dungeons and Trials, we'll be reducing the health of all bosses on Veteran difficulty and above in the final PTS patch to account for the overall DPS loss. This is great. This is raising the floor. This is great. For Trials specifically, we'll be reducing the health of all champions and bannermen on Veteran difficulty and above. The reduction in health for each boss will vary from encounter to encounter, but the result should be that each dungeon and trial boss fight will provide a similar challenge to what we have on live currently. Well, what we have on live currently, it's still hard for average Joes and whatever to compete in these veteran trials. So you know what I mean. If, that's not really raising the floor. If you're just lowering the health, if you're just gonna make it equivalent to what it is on live, that's not really raising the floor. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. The trial bannermen and champions provide a challenge in their own right, so we felt additional blah. Here we go. The last bit. We recognize that there has been a lot of concern surrounding the combat changes currently on the PTS, and we truly believe with some continued adjustments and iterations, this is the best course of action for the long-term health of the game. Dude, that's all you guys do is dude. Dude, how long has this game been out? And they're still like doing massive overhauls to these classes. This game came out in 2014. I started playing in 2015, and they're still doing like really significant changes to these classes. At the same time, they're removing class identity. It's like, why don't you guys just remove classes from the game? You know, just I mean, oh my god. Anyway, we're also working on a brief Q&A that should help address some of the more general questions surrounding these changes. Thanks for reading and, of course, taking the time to provide so much in-depth and valuable feedback. I think the Q&A is cool. I like that this is a good overall update that they just gave us. Obviously, it sounds like they really heard the community. I have not seen the community so pissed off, I think, ever. Even forget about the Morrowind nerfs to sustain. I think maybe the last time my buddy reminded me was when they wanted to remove like sustain from light and heavy attacks or something. That was a couple years back, and they reversed course on that. So it's good that they're doing it again. They clearly are listening to our feedback. This Q&A thing, hopefully, you know, I hope it's good. Sometimes I feel like Zoss is like a teacher telling us what to do, and not like a community like communicating with each other. I feel like sometimes they talk down to us, and like Gilliam the Rogue uses. I feel like Gilliam's more concerned with using fancy words than like communicating with people. Like he's too busy smelling his farts. But anyway, this is overall good. So let's see what happens. I just wanted to update the community real quick. That's it. Peace. Bye.